Najua tumeketi sana, huku umeketi hivyo, chukua mikono juu hivyo. Aya, winogore, tuende left kidogo hivyo, tuende right kidogo hivyo, enda mbele kidogo, rudisha nyuma, panua mdomo. Tuko sawa? Very nice. Next on stage, I want to invite my brother ambaye akona maneno mazuri sana ametuandalia. Welcome my brother, Mr. Kelly, the inspiration. Makofi ya Kelly tafadhali, ladies and gentlemen. Nataka musikie sasa kitu inaitwa kizungu. Karibu sana my brother Kelly.
Yes, kindly do me a favor. Look at the person seated close to you. I will allow you to frown your face. Just frown your face, look at the person with some audacity on your face, and tell the person, I have chosen to succeed and there is nothing you can do about it. Go ahead. Once again, I have chosen to succeed and there is nothing you can do about it. Fantastic. So, thank you, my brother. Anytime I have an opportunity to speak to young people like you, I approach that opportunity with immense humility because I don't know who we are going to be in the future. There is a lot of greatness hidden inside of this uniform. And therefore, for the person that you are meant to be, for the greatness that is hidden inside of you, I want you to give yourself a big clap. Let's go once again. Let's go. Surely, this clapping is free. It is absolutely free of charge. And you're not clapping for yourself. I'm literally looking. I'm going to see someone who is not clapping for himself. Please go ahead. Clap for yourself. Doing anyhow. Just do it rather. Just clap anyhow. Someone is not doing it. Surely. Asante sana. Thank you so much. Great. For God so loved the world. He did what? Who is that? For God so loved the world, he gave his son, Jesus Christ. For God so loved Kiharu, he gave us who? His son, Honorable Ndindi, Nyoro. And for God so loved Kenya, he's also going to give us once again Honorable Ndindi Nyoro. Wacha niachie hapo, but I can tell you for a fact the future is bright. Makofi once again, ladies and gentlemen. Let us appreciate Kiongozi for this wonderful program that he has brought us together so that we can be inspired. Are we getting that? Like you've been told, my name is Ezekiel Kelly Odongo. And I'm a transformational speaker. If you go home, you can look for Kelly Inspiration on Facebook and join the large crowd that is consuming my content on a regular basis. I was brought up in the village by a grandmother, and those that have some knowledge about the African culture, you realize that we were taught using stories. And in the stories, we used to have certain animals as the characters in our stories. True or false? And in the animal kingdom, we have some celebrity animals. Can you name them? One is, another one is hare, lion, and so on, right? Now, here comes a story, and this story has the lion and the hare as the characters. In literature, we call it the impersonation. That is giving the animals the character of human beings. So here the lion and the hare have the character of the human being. So the lion, being the king of the jungle, started a business. And the business was doing quite well. And you know that in order to know that the business is doing well, you'll notice by the number of employees. So the lion said, I want to increase the number of employees. And the lion looked around and checked which animal can do well in marketing and also double as the finance person. And of course, very quickly, he picked the hare. And the hair is known for one quality. What's about it? It's very cunning, right? So after a while, money was evaporating from the business. Money was disappearing somehow. And it was obvious that it was the hair that was stealing money. And therefore, the lion made up his mind that he wants to kill the hair. So he started chasing the hair. And you know, the hair is cunning. Sometimes when the lion is coming at a very high speed, he would just duck and the lion would pass. Whoosh. So the lion decided, you know what's happening? I'm not going to chase you anymore, but I don't want to see you around my business. One day, as the lion was perambulating, once in a while, I like using such heavy words, just to remind you that I did not pass through the compound. I went to school. So as the lion was just passing around, the lion saw the grass shaking, And when the lion got close, lo and behold, it was the hair that was sleeping, and because it was breathing, the grass was shaking. So the lion went and stood close to the hair and cleared his voice, and the hair woke up. Their eyes met. It was obvious for the hair that it was dying that day. And the hair made a request to the lion and said, "Sir, I know I have wronged you, and I know you're about to kill me. But before you kill me, allow me just do one thing, and I'll be ready for my ceremonial death." So, even you, if someone does that, you'll question a lot, true or false. So the lion was wondering, what is it that you want to do? Then the hare stood up and started scratching the ground anyhow, scratching the ground and picking up leaves and messing up the ground. Since it had rained the previous day, the ground was wet, and so the ground was completely messed up. Then the hare now lay on the ground ceremoniously and invited the lion, "Please, sir, you can now come and kill me." In such a case, even you, the killer, you'll be afraid. And the lion asked the hare, "Why did you do all this?" And the hare made a statement that now formed the backbone of the story. The hare said, "Sir, I come from a very noble family, and I know that when you kill me, my people will come to pick my body. I want it that when they come to pick my body, they will find the ground so messed up that they will say that even though our son was killed, but he also tried." See how the ground is messed up. Probably he has also killed the killer. The killer is also dead somewhere. I want to ask you something. Are you scratching the ground well enough that one day someone will come and say, "There lived a son of so-and-so that transformed the family, that transformed the society, that transformed his life in a way that no one believed in this society"? We are gathered here because someone is scratching the ground in Kiharu constituency. We are seated here because someone made up his mind to scratch the ground so that years to come will remember that a man scratched the ground and put cabro in all the schools in Kiharu constituency. My question is this: as a student, are you scratching your own ground so that you not just pass, so that you don't just come and pass without anyone remembering you for something that you did in this life? Many of us are uncommonly endowed with uncommon gift. You know very well that you can pass exams. You know very well that you're a university material, but you are too comfortable because the school fee is being paid. You're only paying 500 shillings. Can you make up your mind that whatsoever, I will scratch the ground, and the school that I am will know that there used to be a student here who was scoring C's, who was scoring D's, but began scratching the ground and made it to university. May that be your goal in Jesus' name. Now, for in order to scratch the ground, you cannot scratch the ground if you don't have a vision. Say a vision. Say a vision. Now, what is a vision? A vision is the picture of the preferred future. The future that you want. The kind of life that you want in future. That is the so-called the vision. You must have that kind of a picture of what you want to be. I like the two girls that spoke here. They spoke very well. And one of them said that I want to be a medical doctor. And she narrowed down to the specification. That is called a vision. You must have a vision. And any person that has a vision, the vision will require certain things in your life. And I will mention 4 and sit down. Their vision will require, your vision will determine how you use your time, number 1. Because there's an African proverb that says, what is chasing you will determine the speed at which you run. If a tortoise is chasing you, you don't need to struggle. Just walk and look at the animal struggling behind you. But if a cobra is chasing you, this fence will look like Thika Superhighway. You will discover that you've been having an athletic talent that you've been sleeping on. We just discover that you're on the other side. How you got there, you will not know. Why? Because of what is chasing you. If you know that there is poverty chasing you at home, you will run at the right speed. And how you run, we will see it. When you sit in class, pretend you're reading and you are dozing. If you know that you have shame from your family that you are running from, we will see it. How you conduct yourself in school, the level of discipline, and how dedicated you are kwa masomo. Your vision will determine your resilience. Whatever you are going through, you can overcome if you have hopes that there will be a better tomorrow. If you have hopes that things will go better, you'll go through any situation in life. Your vision will also determine your association. That is the kind of people that you associate with. No matter how emotionally connected you are to someone, if that person is not going your direction, that person does not deserve your company. And do yourself justice. Love yourself enough to disconnect from anyone that is taking you to hell when you are still alive. And the best way to kill any wrong relationship is to deny that relationship of your time and attention. If you deny any relationship of time and attention, that relationship will die a natural death. And the last one that I'll mention, then I sit down, is that your vision will determine your vision will determine your character. And for that matter, I need 2 students, please. I need 2 students. Wakuje, tufanye kadrama, alafu, please appreciate them. Makofi yao tafadhali. I just need, please them. These are people who have, self-esteem. What's your name?
David.
Fantastic. What's your name?
Frederick
and David. So, wale hamkuwa nataka kukuja, hapa tuko wapi? Wale hamkuwa nataka kukuja, si hapa tuko sawa? Kiongozi, uma glass. Uma glass. Alafu tuone sivyo? Great. Kiongozi, help me have this one down. Because we're about to do something. All right, you also stay here. So you ask just be empty for now. But don't worry, I'll sort you out after we are through. This one here is going to sort you out. Now, girls and boys, I want us to watch drama. Say drama. Say drama. Now, the 2 students are going to compete in a race. Okay? They are going to compete in a race. Now, this is the starting point where they're standing. And here, this is the finishing point. Okay? So, David, right? David, you have certain instructions to follow. Get to know that you are in competition, right? Second to that, I want you to notice that we don't want to see any drop of soda on the ground. Not even a drop should land on this carpet. As you can see, this carpet is a red carpet for honorables, right? So we don't want to see even a drop of the soda on the ground. Remember, your glass is completely full. It's full to the brim, right? So you have the instructions to follow. Remind me your name? Frederick, you don't have any rules to follow. You don't have any instruction to follow. And for that matter, you can run at any speed, come back and go as many times as you want, okay? But our rule is that the first person to get to this point and go back is our winner, okay? So we are about to see the winner, right? And therefore, all to your marks. Set, go. No, you're okay, fine. Come whichever way. Come, you can do as many times as you want. As many times as you want. All right, come and stay there, stand there, stand there. Thank you so much. Now, according to the instructions that we gave, who won the race? David. True or false? Are you sure? No, who won? Please, let us not overthink. Who won the race? Frederick, si ni ukweli? Si ametoka hapa akafika huko kwanza akarudi, si ni ukweli? Now, I want to ask you, why do you think Frederick won the race? Yes? Because he has no instructions to follow. Please clap for him. That is number one. Number two, why do you think Frederick won the race? Yes, you're thinking, what you're thinking is right. Okay, fine, go ahead. Because he has nothing to protect. Please appreciate him. He won the race because his glass is empty. He has nothing to protect. He could not run at the same pace because he has something to protect in his hand. And we have got two categories of students. We have the students who know that their future is in their hand. And since their future is in their hand, everything that they're doing, they are very careful so that they don't waste their future. Because my future is in my hand. As they're coming to school, they are very careful with their discipline because they know very well, if I misbehave, I will waste my future and leave this compound with my glass empty. These are students who know very well that at some point in my life, I will build a house for my parent, and therefore, for that matter, I don't want to misbehave so that I can waste my future. Let me protect myself. Even though it feels like doing this, but for the vision that I have, for the destiny in my hand, I will avoid it. This is the student who knows very well that I want to go to the university for the sake of the vision in my hand. For the fact that I know I'm holding my future in my hand, I will not enter into drug abuse. Sitaanza kuchukua pombe. Sitaanza kuchukua bangi. Sitaanza kudo all kinds of things. Why? Because my future is in my hand. If I misbehave, I will waste it and I'll be empty in life. Are we getting that? And then on the other side, we have students who do not have any vision, and therefore they can do anything that they want. I can go to any disco matanga anytime I want. I can date girls anyhow because I don't have a vision. I can use drugs anyhow. I can decide not to go to school and school fee has been paid. I can sleep anytime I want. Why? Because there is nothing to protect. They can do anything. And that is why the gentleman was running and he was not checking the glass. He was just doing like this. Why? Because there is nothing to protect. Nothing will fall on the ground. My question is this. Which category are you? Which category are you? Are you cognizant of the fact that your future is in your hand and you need to protect it? Or you are empty and walking around? The thing is this, when you are empty, we'll know you. When you are full, we'll know you. For the thing is this, empty deppers do what you know. But the filled ones also do what you know. It's upon you to choose what you have. Otherwise, may God bless you. Chukua hiyo soda kiongozi.
Wow, makofi tafadhali. Now you can do better. Makofi tafadhali. Wow. Tusimame sasa sisi sote. Wakati tumekuwa tukiungoja umefika sasa. Tunasema hayawi huwa. Tusimame sisi sote. Let us all stand up.
Wow.
Tuweze kusimama sisi sote kwa heshima. Tusimame sote. Nafanishe exercise kidogo. Kila mtu breathe in, out. Breathe in, out. In, out. Are you okay? Mko sawa? Tunaelewa? Tunaelewana? Wanafunzi Brikicho.
Bantura.
Brikicho.
Bantura.
Hii ndo time tumekuwa tukisubiri kwa hamu na gamu.
Kabisa.
Tu dance kidogo.
Kabisa.
Alafu tumualike kiongozi wetu.
Nyoro Kiharu.
Twende kazi.
Haya.
Kila mtu